Hola bonitas, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, aka The Mexican Beauty, and I create content on all things beauty and lifestyle. I'm gonna be doing a full face of my Sephora Sale recommendations. These are products that I'm obsessed with, that I'm constantly using, that I wanna share with these bonitas during the Sephora sale. So right now the sale has started and it's super exciting because we get a chance to save some cash, because who doesn't want to save cash in this economy? And I'm only sharing with you guys things that I really love, because to be honest, we don't need to be buying a bunch of stuff, just like the essentials, you know? So if you want to continue watching and see how I transform esta carita, then please go ahead and do so. Okay, bonita, so I got here my cafecito to get me through this glam. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and start off by moisturizing the lips with my Fenty Skin Lip Oil. This has been my holy grail. I literally use this all the time. I am always using this on YouTube Live. If you are one of my YouTube Live viewers, you're the real MVP. This is honestly one of the best lip oils at Sephora in the shade Black Cherry. I love this when I'm getting ready. I feel like it's the perfect getting ready lip prep for the lip. You're looking for a good lip oil that's going to really moisturize your lips and is just going to be like the perfect prep for your lips. This is amazing. I do kind of want to stay in the skincare department real quick as I am starting. So I have to talk about the Youth to the People cleanser. I am almost done of this, but this is honestly one of the best cleansers I've used. I am constantly restocking on this because it is that good. There's literally this much left in here, but this is honestly one of the best cleansers. It is so gentle. I also like the fact that it really does a great job of cleaning my skin without stripping it, so I don't walk out of the shower and feel like my skin is super dry. You know how some cleansers can make your skin feel super dry at the end? This does not do that. So this I highly recommend. I feel like I've mentioned this before many times, but this is truly one of my favorites. Another product that I have in the shower, this is newer to me, but I've been using it nonstop, especially now that I am running a lot. So on days where I do a longer run, typically I like to use this honestly twice a week. So like at the beginning of the week when I do a longer run, and then at the end of the week when I do a super long run. I feel like sometimes, you know, being outside and stuff, your skin just needs that exfoliation, and I find that this Ole Henriksen scrub is so good. This is the smoothing scrub, strawberry and lemons. This one is just leaving it on, applying it all over and kind of leaving it on for like 2 minutes and then just scrubbing it away. It does such an amazing job of really exfoliating and leaving the skin feeling really nice, smooth, and very soft. Again, I feel like these are really great times to repurchase items is when the Sephora sale is going on, especially because the Sephora sale does happen twice a year. So typically that's kind of the 2 times that you need to restock on those holy grail skincare products, and skincare can be pricey. So that's when I would recommend restocking on those essentials that you're constantly looking for. So for me, skincare is always something I'm looking to restock during a Sephora sale. Okay, next up we also have the Fenty Skin Jelly Oil Makeup Melting Cleanser. This is so good when I'm trying to do like that double cleansing. When I have a lot of makeup on, I always go in with this. It removes everything immediately. Another one of those products that doesn't strip your face. It just makes the face still feel hydrated while it's removing all the makeup, especially that makeup that likes to really stick onto the face, like mascaras, eyeliners, what else really likes to stay on the face? Sometimes brow products, you know, stuff like that, or like a more like heavy duty foundation. This gets all that off. First gonna go in with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my skin. I've really been enjoying this. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Perfecting Cream. So it's a moisturizer, but it's also a really nice, almost like primer. I find that it leaves my skin feeling so nice and soft, smooth, and it makes the makeup lay so well on top. And I've used this with several different foundations because I do like the consistency of it. It's such a lightweight moisturizer. It's not thick, it's not heavy, it melts right into the skin. It has a very creamy texture, but it just melts so easily, especially like as somebody with oily skin. If you have oily skin, you always like those moisturizers that can just like melt into the skin right away and not feel heavy and thick on top, and this definitely does that. So that's always A+. This one, ever since I got it a few weeks ago, I've been using it nonstop. You can see, like, I've been going to town with this one because Lawless did a really good job. Okay, for sunscreen, one of my holy grails and one that I really love to use, especially when I'm outside and active, the Murad SPF 50. This one I've mentioned many times and I literally barely have any left. I need to get a restock on this for sure. But this is the multivitamin clear coat SPF 50. What I like about this too is that it doesn't leave any type of tint or white cast. Like, it's a really good invisible type of sunscreen. Oh my gosh, am I gonna have enough? Also a very lightweight consistency, which is really nice. It just goes on the skin so well and it gives a nice glow to the skin. Another product that I would absolutely recommend if you are looking for a good sunscreen. It just melts and blends so nicely in with the moisturizer makeup prep. And also this does work really well with foundation. So whether you're wearing it on days where you're gonna be outside or whether you're wearing it on days where you're going to have a full face of makeup, the Murad SPF 50 just does a great job. Now we're gonna let that skin prep just kind of really work itself into the skin, and I am going to do my eyes. A holy grail brush that I like to use for eye work or even eye concealer. It's a concealer brush, but I like to use it to prep my eyes and also to conceal sometimes, is this Haus Labs brush. It is so good because it's nice and like big for the like eye area, so I feel like it really presses the product so beautifully into the skin, whether you're using it to prep your eye or whether you're using it for concealer. Like, it just really does a great job. So I would really recommend this if you're looking for an under eye concealer brush, or if you're looking for something to prep your eyes. It's great. For the palette today that I'm going to be recommending from Sephora Sale, it has to be the Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette. This has been a go-to ever since it launched, and this is limited edition, and this is their last big palette that they're doing, so this is something I would highly recommend. It's not the typical warms and neutrals that I always go for. It kind of has a mixture of stuff. It has some warmth, but it also does have cool tones in here, so I feel like it really helps you get out of your comfort zone and do something that is a little bit different than usual. And I feel like this has really allowed me to kind of play more with eyeshadow. I'm going to be taking the shade, you know what, I'm going to take the shade Lavish right here, and I'm going to put that all over our crease. So pigmented. You get different formulas in here, which I think is fantastic, especially because it gives you room to really play around with different types of formulas and create very different looks. You can do something more like everyday friendly. You can do something more like for a fun night out. Like, there's just so many different options in this that you don't need to gravitate to like more palettes. I also did go add a little bit of the shade First Class right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Cold Plunge right here. Like, the matte shades in here are phenomenal. There's kind of been a drawback of people constantly purchasing palettes. I feel like there was an era where we were all always purchasing the latest and greatest palette launch, but now I feel like people are way more selective because we don't need all those palettes. Like, I feel like we all have so many palettes from the 2016 through 2018 era. And now it's like, how can we downsize these palettes? So we're very selective of what we purchase. And I feel like it's rare for me to get very excited over a palette in the recent years. So that's why I'm very selective. And I really think through what palettes I would want to recommend to mis bonitas, because I understand there's just too many palettes and we don't need all of them. Okay, so we have that. Now I want to go ahead and go in, and I'm going to take this shade right here, and that is called Unapologetic, and I'm gonna take that on the outer edge. I feel like I've done a lot of cool tone with this palette, so I kind of want to make it a little bit warm this time. We love a warm moment. It's not too warm, but it's a little warm. I feel like I'm gonna do like a full glam today. I've been really enjoying doing a little bit more full glam, not super full glam, but a little bit more full glam than the past few years. I'm gonna take a little bit of these shimmers. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and just take my finger because I feel like these work best with fingers. I'm gonna go in with the shade VVS right here, and you can see this is a little bit But I just want to show you how pretty these colors are and how nicely they work. So I'm just gonna take whatever I applied originally with my finger and then go in with the brush. Same thing over here. Taking that color that I applied with the finger and then I go in with the brush. I find that first taking your finger to kind of lay that product down just really helps you have a more subtle little glitter moment and not have it be super like intense if you don't want it to be like super intense. Now everybody has a different preference. If you want more, for it to show more, then definitely go in with the brush and apply that all over. But if you want it to be a little bit softer, you can definitely just apply the first initial application with your finger and then go in and take your brush to make it a little bit more seamless and soft. And I feel like this just gives little like shimmers, you know, and I think it looks stunning. We're gonna do a little wing. So for wing, because I don't want to make it, I think I'm gonna make a very dark brown wing. So I'm gonna take faux fur right here, faux fur. I'm gonna do my little eyeshadow wing, which is my holy grail. I feel the most comfortable doing an eyeshadow wing because it's so easy. And to me, it's not as intimidating as going in with a liquid. So we have our little wings and we have finished the eye look with the palette, and you can see super pretty. So many ways to incorporate this palette into your day-to-day looks. You could do a little something more dramatic, you could do something softer, very natural, and then something for the date night. Like there's so many options with this palette, which makes it so fun and so workable for many different types of moments in your life. And I just think Huda Beauty always nails it with these palettes. So it's kind of sad that they're not going to be doing these big palettes anymore, but this is your chance. That's why I say, like, this is the chance to get the palette. I'm going to go in with another holy grail. This is my Shesideo lash curler. This is the best lash curler at Sephora. Definitely recommend you checking this lash curler out if you haven't done so already. I'm also taking the Lancome primer. I love a mascara primer. I've been using this non-stop and I feel like it makes a difference. It just makes the lashes look so good. Mascara, if you're looking for a new mascara and you want to try something out that's really worth it, Haus Labs mascara. It is so good. I remember I picked it up because I heard so many people say that it is the best mascara of 2025, and I truly think it's the best mascara at Sephora in 2025. So that's just my recommendation. It is so good. Now I'm dealing with a little bit of some lash fallout. So I'm waiting for my regrowth on my lashes, but you can see how good this looks on all the other lashes. It's so creamy, but it doesn't like clump up or look like too intense. I also love the fact that it adds a lot of volume. If you're looking for something with really good volume, it's definitely this one. Look at the difference. Then I always go back in and recurl, but in my videos, whenever you see me in my lashes, it's Haus Labs gives the best volume. Like it gives so much volume to those lashes. So I really love this. This right now is currently my more fuller lash because I'm not having any sparseness, but you can see like it looks so good. Now move into our complexion, which I'm sure a lot of you Anitas are probably so excited for me to move on to complexion, just because we always talk about complexion products here on my channel. Now I do want to quickly say I've tried so many great products. Just because I don't mention something doesn't mean I don't like it any less than I've mentioned in other videos. It's just that I really had to narrow it down to 2 products that I am really enjoying and also that I'm really using in my day-to-day. So first I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to use this product in this video, but I'm going to talk about this. This is the Milk Makeup Grip Gel Tint. This stuff is great for every day. If you're looking for a product that's going to give you really pretty coverage, more of a natural wear, this is definitely the one for you. I will say this is definitely more geared towards normal to dry skin, because you do get that very healthy glowy look that a lot of us with oily skin, you know, it's not our cup of tea necessarily. But I will say, for me as a girl with oily skin, I do still really appreciate this product, and I'll just go in and set it with some powder y lista, vámonos. But I know not everybody with oily skin wants the glow, so I wouldn't say this is the product for my oily skin people. This is definitely the product for my people that have normal to dry skin, that want that glowy finish. But I will say it's very long wearing, and I also really love the fact that this product just gives such beautiful finish and coverage. It covers all my redness. It's just a very easy to work with, easy to wear product, and I think that's why I'm giving it a recommendation and a push, because it's really good. Now, I do wear the shade 8, and that shade works really well for me, so that's what I would recommend for somebody that is looking for a really hydrating, healthy glow type of skin tint that does have coverage, and there's, you know, imperfections you want to cover. This is definitely fantastic. But the one that I'm going to put on today is definitely the one that I feel like a lot of us oily skin people were kind of waiting for after so many glowy product launches, so many of those type of releases the past 2 years or so. We wanted something with a little bit more full coverage, a little bit more of like a matte foundation, but not like matte, but like skin like matte. And I really do think Anastasia Beverly Hills came through with that. So I have to recommend this for my oily skin people. I think it was a foundation that we have kind of been waiting for. So this is the foundation. Definitely a foundation for you wanting like a more full cover look. Is it heavy? No, it's not heavy, but I definitely do think that this is definitely the foundation that I gravitate towards when I want something that's gonna keep me nice and matte for longer, also something that's gonna give me more coverage. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm going to take the Huda Beauty brush. This is the brush that I have right here. This is a really nice brush by Huda Beauty. Just gives beautiful, beautiful coverage. I also really like this shade on me. I find that this shade works really well. And the shade is 3N. I will say, when I first originally purchased this foundation, I was like, wait, I got a shade that was way too warm. So I feel like with this one, you need to go like a shade down than what you think you would be, but I find that the shade 3N just matches me perfectly. I also love when I can find like a really, really good match to my complexion, because I feel like I have a neutral tone, but I have like a little bit of yellow, but not like too yellow, like more, a little warm. Like I feel like it's a mixture of different things. I find that this is one of those foundations that I don't have to like do too much to make it like really work on my complexion. Like it works. This coverage is so good. Also, I appreciate the fact that you do not need a lot of this foundation, which is good, because that means you're saving foundation and you're not going through it super, super quickly. You guys saw how much redness I had on my face. It covered it with just that. Like, I don't need anything more. I also do like that this foundation is blurring. I feel like it makes the skin look so pretty and like blurred out, and I just love that. So that is done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go in with concealer. So for concealer, I have here the Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. The Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. And this one has been one of my favorites, and I've talked about this a lot because I feel like Tarte, they just cannot be duped when it comes to how good their concealers are. And they're like the best high-end concealers for a reason. So I love this one. This one is in the shade 38N, and this is just what I'm constantly reaching for a high-end concealer. So I really love that. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use the Haus Labs concealer brush that I mentioned when I was doing my eye prep. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply that all over the eye. Do you see how quickly it just blends that in and so seamlessly? Like, it just does what it needs to do instantly. Look at that. Okay, before we move on to the other eye, I have to go in and set or I will crease. So I'm gonna be taking this right here, the Huda Beauty Birthday Cake Powder, the Ube Birthday Cake Powder. It looks like this. It is the lilac shade. And I really like this. I feel like if you want that really pretty brightening effect, this is great for like that medium tan complexion. So I like to apply this. I like this better than the pink powder. At least for my complexion, like I mentioned, I find that this one just works the best. Now, I do want to point out my holy grail one overall is always the One Size Peach powder. That one is so good. And I know I've mentioned that before many times. Like I am using that every single day. But when this came out, whenever I want like a nice brightened up look, or whenever I'm wearing like cool tones or pastels in the eyes, I really like to use it because it just brightens the eyes. I also find that if you do use like a lilac or a baby pink blush with this, it just all seamlessly flows together so beautifully. So that's why for me, I just find that going in with something like this is just so good. I'm gonna go, while I let that do its thing, I'm gonna go in with the next product that I recommend, and it is this right here, the Rare Beauty Contours, the liquid contours. This one is in the shade Solace. I find this to be like the perfect shade for a cool tone. If you are around my complexion, I think this is a fantastic cool tone, nice contour that just works very well. I am gonna apply a little bit below right there to create some shadow, and I'm gonna blend this out. These contours blend so seamlessly, and I love the fact that it is a very, like, it's noticeable, you know, but it's not super intense. Very natural, effortless way without it being super pigmented. Like I was kind of worried that these liquid contours would be so pigmented like the blushes, the liquid blushes that Rare Beauty came out with, but no, like these are just very seamless. They blend and melt into the skin so beautifully, add the perfect amount of shadow to the complexion, and I feel like they just go really well with that like medium tan complexion. You guys know Rare Beauty always delivers with their formulas. And speaking of Rare Beauty, I actually just got their blushes, and I didn't want to mention them because first of all, I haven't even tried them out yet. I'm planning on doing a video on that next, so let me know if you would want to see a review and swatches on the Rare Beauty blushes, and I can definitely do that. I've heard really good things about them, but I do want to do some swatches, so maybe I'll do like a short using or doing a blush swatch video on them so that you guys can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove that powder. You can see, like, do you see how beautifully this brightens? Like, I feel like when I want that extra brightness, I love this powder. And I'm so happy because I don't know what it is. I wasn't the biggest fan of like that cherry blossom powder. It's beautiful, but I don't know. I felt like it was just kind of making me look a little bit washed out. It was just like too pink, or I don't know, it wasn't working for me. But I'm so happy that Huda came out with a lilac powder that works really well for medium tan skin, because I find that this one is perfect. Like it brings out a little bit of that pink in there, but it also brightens in a very natural way where it's not like forced. So for blushes, I have been loving these by Huda Beauty. Huda Beauty did such a great job with these little blushes, and they've been coming out with so many different colors, which I think is lovely. I also love this packaging. I think the packaging is so pretty. So I've been really obsessed with mixing these two together. So the colors that I am mixing are Bubblegum, the pink shade. Yeah, Bubblegum, and then the Ube Cream blush together. And I find that they just give me that perfect, like, pinky, lilac, pastel-y spring blush. And it goes beautifully with the powder. Do you see that? It's very soft and subtle, but I've honestly been very obsessed with soft and subtle, especially right now. I don't know, I'm really loving a very pastel-y type of cheek. maybe because it's spring, I don't know. I'm really vibing with it. So I really like that. Now I do want to talk about some lippies that I've been loving. And then we're just going to do setting spray and then we are done. Okay, so first I want to talk about this right here. Not just this one, but just the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatments. These are so good and they have so many shades. They have regular tints and then they also have some that have like a little glimmer shimmer to them. They're beautiful. So you really have options there. And what I love the most about these is they're extremely long wearing, and I've been running a lot lately. If you've been watching me, I've been running all month long. I'm still continuing to run. I'm training for something, and I find that these are the only ones that do not budge on my lips. They stay on perfectly in place for my entire runs. I just did a 4-mile run today and this did not budge. So I quickly want to show you guys the lip combo that I've been doing when I do run, and I want to look a little cute and put together, even though I have no makeup on anywhere else except for my skincare and a lippy. I don't know why, but it makes me feel a little bit more put together. So this one right here is Kosas. These Kosas lip liners are super, super nice. This one is in the shade Supreme. These do not budge. Just like a very like warm brown lip liner. I'm gonna go in with the Pout Preserve. This one is in the shade Strawberry Sorbet Glimmer. This one has a little bit of shimmer in there. I don't know if you one of those can see. There's some shimmer in there. It just, look at that. The prettiest shimmers. It's so nice. So I love this, and this also looks really good with this look, but now we're gonna do the next lip combo that I've been loving. Okay, so Merit just launched new lip liners and they are beautiful. They are so, so beautiful. The first one I'm gonna go in with is Bespoke. I'm gonna do 2 more lip combos. So this is Bespoke. It's kind of like a cool tone shade, but these, the interesting thing about these is these aren't like matte lip liners. These are like, they're moisturizing lip liners, and they have a little bit of like, I don't want to say they're, I don't know how to put it. They're like hydrating. They're like hydrating lip liners. So they're a little bit more buildable, but you can see they still have a great, great pigmentation. This in the shade Bespoke. At first I wasn't sure about them because I'm so used to like a nice matte, super creamy lip liner, but these have like a little bit of a sheen to them. And honestly, I love them. Like I fell in love with them. So that's Bespoke. Like, so kind of like a cool tone moment. Then this right here, the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Gloss in the shade Ube Baby. This is so pretty. This is like a 90s, like, cool tone lip, and this one probably goes the best with this look right now. Yeah, love it. Super like 90s, early 2000s. So I'm gonna swatch that right there. Lip liners do not sleep on these. I should have done this lip combo last because I think this one goes the best with this makeup, but the last lip combo that I would recommend from Sephora, let me quickly take this off. I keep looking at the clock because I have my therapy in like 10 minutes and I'm like, ah! I was like, I have to film the Sephora recommendations video before my therapy session. So the last one, this is what I've been wearing day to day when I'm working, when I want to look a little put together, when I'm not wearing much makeup, but I still want to look presentable because my outfit is presentable. Like this just, I feel like this just makes me feel put together. This is in my purse constantly. This is the Makes Me Feel Put Together lip combo by Merit. This combo is so good. So I'm starting off with the shade Capricorn, my sign. Looks like that. Then I can just go in and blend. Because they are more of a creamy formula, they easily blend. They just blend so nicely. Then I'm gonna go in with the new Merit lip oil. This one is in the shade Tabby. You know what? I actually like this combo with this eye makeup. I feel like it looks good. I like these lip oils a lot because they're a true like lip oil consistency, like a true oil consistency. Obviously not like super oily, but you can just feel the difference between when something is more glossy and when something's more like of an oil. Just very natural and effortless. I also love the Merit packaging. I mean, this in mi bolsita, because I have like so many gold accessories, I just love this. This is the combo. Capricorn lip liner and Tabby lip oil. Perfect. So we are pretty much done. I'm just gonna do one more thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of that ube powder in the midsection of the face, just to add a little bit of brightness to the center of the face, but also lock in the areas that I get oily. You know what I would love to see Huda do, and maybe she's already done this and I just don't remember? Powdered blushes. Has she done them? I don't know. Remind me. Refresh my memory, bonitas, but I would love to see that. Okay, so the powder is on to just kind of, you know, bring everything together. Last thing we're gonna do, if there's a setting spray to buy during the Sephora sale, it is this one. The one Beyonce uses on tour when it's raining and her makeup still looks perfectly, beautifully in place. I mean, okay, there. I'm like, why am I having a hard time opening this? This one by One Size. This is fabulous. This is just gonna lock everything into place and make it look super good. So that's the look, bonitas. I will link everything down below para ustedes, bonitas. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this look. Let me know which one of these items is something you're looking into or something that you love already. I want to know if any of you guys have the same favorites as I do. Also, share with me down below what you will be picking up from the Sephora sale. Any restocks, anything exciting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be picking up anything new. I'm definitely gonna do a few restocks. The only thing new that I've been eyeing are those Laneige lip balms. I don't know why I keep looking at them like, do I need it? Do I need it? They're just pricey. But this is the time to buy them, I guess, during the Sephora sale. But e.l.f. just launched their lip balms and let me tell you, those are good. Let me know if there's anything else that you recommend me check out from the Sephora sale and I will definitely look into it. So thank you so much for including me in your day today and watching this video. Hope that it was super helpful. If it was, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know to continue doing estos videos para ustedes. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto, bonitas. Adiós.